Hey, what's going on, guys? YBHunted here, and today I'm going to bring you my first ever Feed the Beast tutorial. So I'm hoping to make this into a series, so if you enjoy this, please let me know. So this is more of a vanilla-y kind of tutorial here, but this is something that's really helpful, and it's also involves some Feed the Beast components, which is why it's a Feed the Beast tutorial. So last night on the stream, I really wanted to make my pig farm automatic, and at first I was planning on using turrets and just having them aimed into the pen, but then I realized I had a problem. The pigs won't be able to respawn if they're constantly being killed by turrets. So how do you do this? Well, first of all, this is a feed station, and all you do is you put in a stack of carrots and pigs will feed from it automatically. All you have to do is refill that on your own, and that will make the pigs breed by themselves. So let's look at the things we need today. Here are all the recipes. We're going to need 2 sentry turrets, and these are how you make it. Pretty simple, just some obsidian, some iron ingots, and some redstone. Here we're going to need 2 redstone repeaters. It's going to depend on the size of your pen, but for this size pen we're going to need 2, which it's an 11 by 11 pen. Pretty simple. 4 golden carrots for our feed station, and the steel plate is down here. How you get steel, you can figure that out on your own. I can't explain everything. Okay. So, what we're going to be doing today is spawning in a bunch of pigs first of all, I guess. So let's just take care of this. Let's just, let's do a realistic number. You get a lot of pigs when you do a feed station. You'd be surprised. So that's about an accurate amount of number of pigs time for, a killing. So, my idea that I developed yesterday was to create a sentry that was blocked by pistons, and you can activate it with a lever. So how we're going to do this is we're going to first create a stand for our sentry gun. So this is a sentry here, and as you can see, as soon as you start it up, it's going to want to kill everything. So, let me actually turn down the sound real quick, guys, because I'm sure that was very loud, and I'm sorry for that. But as you can see, it wants to kill things right away. So that's a problem. So, what we're going to do is we are going to create a piston setup that will push cobblestone up in front of our sentry gun and cut off its line of sight. So here we are going to have 4 sticky pistons, as you can see, and we're going to have to break a lot of dirt around here. So let's just get a lot of room, and I'll show you guys how to do this. So like I said, this is going to be more vanilla-ish because it involves redstone, but it is still a really good setup, and it's really helpful. Okay, so let's say that we want to have our lever somewhere around this area here. And let me just set the time today. Okay, so let's say we want our lever to be here. So this is where our redstone lever is going to be. First things first is you're going to want to have redstone going directly into each piston. And the way a piston works with a block underneath of it, as long as it's going directly to it, it will power. So if we have something like this, it will not power both of these, it will only power this one because this is not going directly into it straight. So how would you do this? Basically, what we need to do is power this piston here, and this piston on this side. So you're going to have to create some branches off because, like I said, it has to go directly into it. It's a pain, but it's something that has to be done. So when you have these going in like this, you create this kind of setup here, and you have this going directly into it again. Now from the other side, it's pretty much simple. It's pretty simple. You just come across and do something like this, and there you go. It goes directly into it again. So let me fix this dirt that I just destroyed because we don't want our pigs getting out. So that's our setup for that one. Now, let's say we want our other piston to be here, and we're going to use 2 because it just kills quicker. It's a better setup in my opinion. But from here, we're going to have the same setup again. Actually, these are going to be pistons first. And then this will be cobblestone as well. And we're just going to do the same exact thing. So I'll redo it again. I was thinking about skipping this part of the video, but just for rhetorical purposes and helpfulness stuff, we're going to do it again. Okay, so this really doesn't matter here because they're going to be connected between these this little area right here. So let's clear this out for us. And here will be our redstone signal. So here, if we were to do this and bring it this way, once again, that's not going to work. So we are going to cut a little bit off here, like such, and then we will continue it on. So we'll do that later though. We'll come back to that part. Let's finish wiring this. Okay, so it's going to be coming like this, and we're going to have it going directly into each one. So there's our first piston there. Our next piston, we're going to have to do something a little different. Something along the lines of just re-looping it back around because, like I said, you don't want it to cut off any circuits, and you don't want it to be sideways like this. So we're going to do this, and this involves a little bit more patience because it's going to take a little bit longer. But as you can see, there we go. We have another. Let me replace the dirt again. But we have another direct input into it, and then we're going to do this again. And there's obviously much more efficient ways. I don't profess to be the best with redstone, so this is just how it works for me. So as you can see, we have our redstone going directly into every single piston. So now we have that one being powered, this one being powered, and this one being powered. So now it's time to connect these. And you may be wondering, okay, what's the big deal? Well, for those of you that don't know redstone signals can only go so far. So what you need is you're going to need repeaters. And I would recommend just placing down repeaters beforehand and seeing how it works. So the repeater has to go in line with the redstone. And in case you guys don't know how repeaters work, when you click on it, these are delays. If it's completely touching, it means there's no delay, and you don't want a delay for this process here. So we're going to put our other repeater right here because chances are we've already done enough repeating anyway, because I haven't done one on 11 by 11, so I'm not exactly sure. But we're just going to test this out now by putting down a lever, and we'll see how this works. Oops, that was not supposed to happen. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to place some more redstone right underneath like this, and we're going to have our lever be on the ground. So when we flick this, this comes up. As you can see, only 2 come up. What happens here is we lose our redstone signal actually right before this. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to move the repeater a little bit. So let's put this here, and like I said, it has to be facing that way, and we'll place this here, and oh, we actually might need to repeat it just a little bit more than that. So let's do something like this right there, and there's our signal. Okay, so as you can see, those raise up. So where does our signal stop? We need a little bit better repeating system, and what I actually did wrong was I had it on the wrong way. The input of the redstone has to be going towards this way, and that was actually my mistake. Like I said, I don't profess to be the best redstone person ever. And as you can see, our last piston is starting, so let's put it here, and that should do all 3 pistons. If not, we might need another repeater, which I was not planning for, but it's fine. We'll just put a repeater here, and let's see if we can do this. There we go. Nope, has to be this way. There you go. So there's all of our pistons. It's a little bit more than I anticipated. You can obviously do this in different ways, but let's go ahead and fill up our dirt here, and then I'll show you guys what we have to do, just so you get a better idea of what it looks like. Okay, so in case you guys don't know, redstone will be cut off if you place a piece of dirt on a corner, and pretty much just cut off the signal. So what you need to do is you need to make it at least 2 deep. That way you can cover it up, because you don't want all this ugly redstone to be showing. So there's our pistons, and now when we do this again, you'll see here, let me fly over. When we do this, all of it drops, and that's what happens. So now we can put down our turrets. There's our turret, and here's our turret. As you can see, they can't shoot because their line of sight is blocked off. Now there may be better ways to automate a pig farm, but as for me, this works well for me, and this is an idea I came up with yesterday. So I'm pretty happy with that I came up with this idea. And you can see here, when you flick the switch, their line of sight is no longer blocked, and you can kill pigs. So let's say it's been going for about 45 seconds. You have a lot of meat in there, and you can still pick up the meat once they're dead. I'll show you if it will actually kill not a baby pig. Let's see here if this works. The only problem here is sometimes they get blocked off by the closer ones, so you kind of have to wait for them to get closer. But let's see here if we can get some pig meat anywhere. There you go. As you can see, the pig meat will show up. You will not get experience from this. It's not an EXP farm by any means. I don't even know if you actually get EXP for killing pigs or not. I can't remember. But let's say we've killed enough. All you got to do, flick the switch, and they will no longer do anything. And they will not turn around. If you place a pig back here, it will not turn around and shoot it. So if you have wildlife moving around behind it, you don't have to worry about that happening. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. That is how to automate a pig farm with YBHunted, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Sorry if it went a little longer than expected, but yeah, hopefully that helps you guys, and look at the pig try and get the turret back. Don't kill my friends. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you later.